Welcome to the countdown to the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm Josie, and this is my gorgeous co-host, Anne Villasnaya, which I know I just totally did wrong, but you know her as Anne V. Now, Anne walked in the show in 2008, 2010, and also 2011, before moving on to become a coach on the Oxygen show, The Face. Now, just to show you how good she is at that, this season her contestant won. Now, Anne, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Joe.
Okay, most people out there don't actually realize that I was actually a guest judge on The Face when you were mentoring the models, and I did not pick your contestant. I actually gave somebody else the win for that challenge.
Yes,
yeah,
you did. Mm-hmm.
Team Naomi won my challenge.
Yep.
Oh.
We were really disappointed. I am gonna punish you
Oh,
today.
you really remember that really well?
Oh, yes, I do.
What kind of punishment do you have in store for me?
I can spunk your butt. Do you want to turn around and I'm...
Yeah, she's gonna spank me. We'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. But we've also got some really special behind-the-scenes access to what I like to call the lingerie Super Bowl. Now, we're gonna show you amazing stuff you won't see anywhere else. Now, we've got great stuff coming up in the show. We'll see what the models really do to prep for the show and to see what the casting process is really like, and there's so much more. Now, the Victoria's Secret show, you know this, Anne, was actually taped in London last week, but tonight audiences will be able to see it in its entirety on CBS. Now, Anne, when you were in the show, what was it like for you to walk that runway?
Oh my God, it was a dream come true. I mean, I remember my first casting, and when I heard that I actually got the show, I mean, it was amazing. And then after you do your first one, all you want to do is keep on doing it again. So when you get invited to do the second and the third, it's really such an honor because, you know, our job as models is to fulfill the designers or magazine, the stylist or whatever, fantasy what to be. And for the first time, you really get a chance to be who you are. So if you're kind of shy and playful, you walk in that runway and you can be shy and playful. And if you're really funny, then you can be really funny. You really can show your personality on something like this. And you know, and for me, why it's really fun is because I've been an athlete my whole life. I love to work out, and I love a little challenge because, you know, they want the muscles. You know, usually in fashion, they want you to be long and lean, and actually they want the muscles. And it was so fun to work out before the show.
I love that, though. I love that. And I have to tell you, though, I love that you're saying, like, oh, playful or fun or girly. I'm like, if someone asked me to walk in my underwear, I'd be like, mortified. How about that for a feeling? Like, is that scary to be walking in your bra and panties in front of thousands of people and then millions watching later on TV?
Yeah, it is mortifying. You're very nervous, but you know, it's one of those feelings that once you come out in a runway and you're wearing this amazing, you know, bra and panties, and you know, there's some like cloth around maybe, and especially if you get the wings, you know, you kind of transform into kind of like a fairy, and it's an amazing experience. You come in a runway and you feel like you're someone else, and it's a very special.
Would you say it's a bonding experience? You keep in touch with all those girls, all those former angels?
You know, and that's actually another why it's really fun, because when we usually do the shoots, you do it on your own. There's not that often that you get a chance to see the girl. So when you're at a show like this, you're really together, you know, a whole day, and you see together at fittings and doing press stuff, and it's really fun to hang out. Yeah, to hang out all together.
Yeah, I think that would be a really tough thing to hang out with all you angels together. That sounds like an
everyone
awful
is so, everyone is so mean, and you know.
You know how that's like. But you know what, though? Our very own Nick Axelrod got backstage access to hang out with this year's angels. So he got to see how they were getting ready for the show. So why don't you take a look?
Yahoo!
Perfect. Nothing. No.
Oh my God, he's filming. We eat the cookies, we gain weight, we're never gonna get into the clothes. This is very well planned. It's very well planned, Mrs. Kloss. Very well planned.
The Victoria's Secret fashion show is different because you have a chance to show your personality. You have to have a personality to be here.
How much of this hair is your real hair? You have great hair, but is it all yours?
Oh my!
We're standing behind some amazing hair extensions.
All right, I have quite a lot of extension in there. Yes.
How much is extensions?
I think half.
Half and half?
I don't know.
That's good. I like someone who can be honest about it. How long did hair and makeup take?
Probably an hour each.
You guys had touch-ups on the airplane too.
We did.
Was this
And
the-
it was the first time ever I had makeup on a airplane.
How tall are you, by the way?
I'm 6 feet tall.
You're so tall.
But with the hair, you're almost there.
That is true.
With the hair, look.
I'm like almost.
This is like the biggest show on earth, and the fact it gets watched by like billions of people all around the world. I kind of don't want to think about the fact that there's billions of cameras, there's lights, there's everyone watching that. I cannot think about that. I kind of just like, just be in the moment and just enjoy it.
So our exclusive access actually began here in New York when our fashion market editor, Dora Fung, was invited to fly Angel Air. Now, that's the private plane that brought all of the models to the show. Now, I, for one, am dying to hear what that was like. Hi, Dora.
Hi, Dora. Hi, Anne.
Okay, so we want every single detail and do not leave out the juicy parts, okay?
I mean, those are the best parts.
All right, I heard that someone ran late. Is that true?
Okay, I don't know how honest it can be. I was a little late, maybe by a lot, and my friend, who is also the PR, had to call me like once or twice to see exactly where I was. And I mean, I made it. So that was, I made it.
Did they wait for you?
They did, and then they did, and he was texting me and he said, okay, we'll hold the jet for you. And I was like, Jesus Christ, literally put the foot down. We need to get there. But when I got there, I ran in and Doutzen and Adriana Lima was behind me. So I knew they weren't going to hold the jet for me. They were not leaving without those two.
Oh, so you were the only one, though.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then I did get the flag for being...
Wait, how late were you?
I mean, maybe an hour or so. Okay, fine, an hour and a half.
Fashionably late. Okay, that's fashionably late, right? Don't you think? Okay, is the plane pink?
No, but they did have pink carpets going all the way up.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, how big are the seats? Like, describe the plane for us who never get to see the inside.
Imagine you walking in, it was a sea of first class. Sea of first class, and every single seat had VS blankets, and then we had goodie bags there. So everyone was very excited when they got on. It was like, oh my God. So we're on this plane, and I didn't realize the angels were all going to be on the same. I thought it was a photo call or anything like that. No, everyone was on the same flight. So we got on, and everyone's excited, taking pictures, taking selfies.
It's like Angels Express. It's like Panties
insane.
Express.
Oh, it's insane.
Well, what did everyone wear? I mean, you kind of would think that they would
Well,
be
it was
wearing
also
tracksuits.
Sunday after Thanksgiving, and everyone was like rolling in, trying to be comfortable. The girls were all in tight jeans, like mini tops, and high heels. Full hair makeup, glamour.
Really?
Absolute glamour. And then, you know, when we got on the flight and then we all took off, hair makeup came out.
Like hair makeup people?
Hair makeup station all got set up on one side of the other.
Wait, there was hair makeup stations there. Wait, why?
Hair makeup station. There were interviews, and it was like the cameras came on, and then it was like a full, it was like work.
It was like full service.
So it wasn't like a fun flight where you kind of imagine you hanging out with an angel. There was like bra and panties flying everywhere. Everyone like
and champagne.
And that's pillow fights.
Well,
and
we
stuff.
want to keep that fantasy going, you know, for every single one of my male friends.
They were actually working.
Oh, working.
Yeah.
There was interviews. We all got a chance to speak to each, you know, some of the girls. So they were doing interviews for VS, for other people, because there were other press on board as well. So it was like hair, makeup, rotation of girls.
So for people who actually think that you get on this jet and everything is beautiful and you're lounging.
Don't get me wrong, okay, there was champagne.
People were working.
But they were drinking champagne.
There was champagne.
Okay,
and
what about food?
Listen, I ordered my food the moment I got on because that's very important.
But wait, was there a menu that you ordered from?
A full-on menu. It was snacks, it was starter, main course, and side dishes. Ran out. The
Wait, you're
omelets
kidding.
all ran out because up the front where all the girls were seated, they all ordered the same thing.
Wait, what were
did
they
they
eating?
order?
No. Wait, what did they eat?
It was the egg white omelette with spinach. But then I was told that I can have all the sides, all the bacon I wanted, and all the sausages.
Hey, lucky you, right?
Because nobody was eating that?
I was like, I'm good, thank you.
Wait, was there a place to exercise on the plane too? Did the angels exercise?
No, but there were like, you know, there were people there taking pictures, doing shoots, you know, just like fun shoots. And then there was one of the girls that was literally posing. It was like that, hi.
Okay,
Which was cute.
You always wonder, you know, is there people that don't like each other? Like, are there like
I didn't
girls
get
kind
that.
of like
I
are getting
didn't
like
get that
looking kind of funny at each
whatsoever.
other?
Because there was like I was chatting to Alessandra Ambrosio, who said that she was catching up with her friend she hadn't seen for a while because everyone travels so much. And then there's also new mothers that was on the plane, so they were all catching up and hanging out. And some of the other girls you could see that Lily Donaldson was hanging out with. That's her crew. Everyone's very friendly with each other.
Oh,
And everyone's so
love that.
excited because it was the first time the show had left USA and going to London. We're on a private jet.
I know, but wait, hold on. Going to London though is an overnight flight. So so tell me though.
Actually, it wasn't. We left in the morning and we got there in the evening.
Okay, but which angel snored?
None of them. You know the angels.
Oh, angels, they don't snore.
No, of course they don't. They don't snore, they purr.
They don't snore, they don't fart. And if they fart, they
They're not
fart
snoring, they're purring.
roses.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I went to the Victoria's Secret building here once, and there were 4 angels in front of me checking in to go upstairs, obviously, to meet with someone.
Yeah.
And I was behind them. And let me just tell you, the security guards had no time for me. Like, when you landed in London, what was that customs line like?
Okay, it took, the best part I've been told about flying private, it's like you in and out, very easy. Not when you're flying with Victoria's Secret angels, because every single one of them, different passports, different continent, and it took 2 hours.
Yeah.
It took 2 hours for all of us to get through custom. I mean,
Maybe because everybody just wanted to do a body search.
well, there was that as well, and the amount of security guard that was just hanging around, just
Just making sure everyone was okay.
just in case anyone needed help. But it was great. What was funny was someone left the card, immigration card, and it was like occupation was left empty. I made a joke to one of my friends that was on the flight. I've gone, what do you think they're going to put? Occupation, beautiful.
Okay,
Which
I
I
love
don't know
it.
what they did.
All right, did you get to go to the hotels with them?
I did. We all stayed in the same hotel. It's like we're all on tour together.
And then you flew home with them too.
Oh yeah.
And how was that?
That was so much more relaxed because then there was no more interviews, no more hair and makeup station, no more bodyguards. I forgot to say there was bodyguards on the flight as well.
Oh.
I thought the $2 million bra was on the flight with us, but it wasn't.
They were just the bodyguards for the girls.
Yeah, in case we were crazed.
And coming home was no more egg white omelets. Everybody was eating cheeseburgers.
I
by
mean,
then.
it was like, it was like
Everyone was wearing tracksuit and drinking and eating,
and the
eating
glasses
burgers.
was on, it was no hair makeup, everyone was more relaxed, and yeah, it was like, at one point we saw one of the stewardess holding on a silver tray, full fat Coke, 2 bars of chocolate. We're like, I wonder where that's going.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, you're making me hungry. I love that scoop. Thank you so much, Dora. And
Thank you.
Of course, we'll be able to see all these angels tonight when they walk the show for real.
Looking fabulous.
Now, we call you Ann V for a reason, which is that very few of us, me included, can actually pronounce your last name correctly. Now, would you say it's officially a job requirement for models to have names that are difficult to pronounce?
No.
Are you
No, it's
sure?
not. Yes. Well, a lot of girls nowadays come from international places, and every country has their own thing, and I think in America people try to make it easier. That's why they cut some things out.
Everybody's an initial. Sometimes listen, I always want to be respectful and pronounce a name properly, but sometimes I look at it and think, if I bought a vowel, I wouldn't even know how to say that name.
But the thing is, it's not about how you pronounce it. I think it's actually that you try. That's all that matters to me. For example, I don't know how for anyone else, but I actually kind of feel like I'm a little bit personally responsible for those people who are starting kind of chopping the name, because when I came to America like 13 years ago, I had this long last name and no one could pronounce it, and my agency just chopped it to V. And then right after that, everyone kind of started to get lazy and chopping all the other girls' last names. So
you started a trend.
I know. Or maybe Jay-Z did.
Oh, Jay-Z and
Yeah,
Ann V.
Jay-Z.
Well, you know what though? We wanted to see just how hard it was to actually pronounce other supermodels' names. So we sent Yahoo's own Rob Yonkers out onto the streets of New York to put some regular people to the test.
All right, so fashion model pronunciation challenge. Ready?
Ooh, Cara
Delevingne?
Cara Delevingne.
Delevingne. Can we skip this one? Dodson.
I thought my name was difficult. Dodson Crows? Is the Z silent?
Dodson.
Dodson Crows. Dodson Crows.
Candace Swainpole.
Swanpole.
Swanpole. Powell.
Swanpole.
Oh my gosh.
Gisele Bundchen.
You know who this is.
Giselle.
Bundchen, Gisele Bundchen.
Yeah.
That's right. Got it. Yeah, I mean, it's different when it's written out.
Now, Anne, now how badly do people really, mangle your last name?
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Really? What
Yeah.
was the worst interpretation of your name? Do you remember?
Oh God, I can't even. Honestly, I can't really say. I mean, Yatsina. No, it's actually really good. I don't know. It's been bad. But,
Really?
Honestly, I just care that people try.
But on a scale of 1 to 5, how bad did I do?
You were-
5 being bad. How bad was I?
5 is being bad.
Yeah.
You were like a 1.
Oh.
You were really good. I mean, trust me, I've heard it worse.
Really? I'm going to give you $20
Yeah.
after we
Nah.
after we I know I did not even get close. But you know what, though? I know someone who does. We're going to get to that later. But changing gears now. Now, what do you remember the most about the outfits you wore in the Victoria's Secret fashion show?
Oh my God, they were incredible. Every single outfit was like a piece of work. There were so many sparkles and little details and.
Chili.
Yes. How did you guess?
I don't know. I'm just going to take a stab in the dark, and maybe it felt a little drafty.
They were so spectacular. Like a piece of art. The people who create those costumes are really true geniuses, and they work on them for so many.
It
for
really
so
is,
many
though.
days.
It's like
Yeah.
costume because it's the
It's a
amount of
costume.
detail they put in because there's such a big theme. And I think a lot of people don't realize that the Victoria's Secret fashion show is always a year in the making. So every year this time you sort of see this show that's so much fun and it's all these themes, but it's really a year's work that has gone into it, right?
It really is. How rare is that? I mean, these people work really, really hard.
I have to agree with you, and I think that's what's so exciting even about tonight's show, and to think, what are we going to see? But you know who did get to see was that there were so many different looks in this year's show that as Nick Axelrod spoke to the Angels before the show, he found that actually most of them were only excited about one accessory in particular. Now, can you guess which one?
What's your costume for today?
Costume, it's an outfit.
Outfit.
Excuse
What's
me.
your outfit?
The first time I worked on the collection and I gave Isabel wings, she cried, and I thought, oh my God, she hates this wing. They were like, no, they're tears of joy. And that's how much it means to these
Yeah.
girls.
You're wearing wings.
I am wearing wings for the second time. My first wings were last year, and I could not believe I was wearing wings. I cried. I couldn't believe it. They were beautiful.
What do wings mean? Like, what does it symbol? Like, why do people get so excited about it? Is it a big price bump? It's like double the money. It's like Monopoly.
It actually has nothing to do with the money. To walk and have wings, it almost feels like you can fly. It's a beautiful thing.
On my second outfit, I'm really excited about because I get to have wings. It's in the fairy tale segment. So I look like, with my short hair as well, I look like a little pixie.
When you've got the wings, there's nothing to complain about, even if they are heavy.
I'm wearing a one-piece bathing suit with this cute pink sweater and then these thigh-high boots.
It sounds like you're sort of covered up for Victoria's Secret.
I guess so.
So that's nice. It's like easing you into the Victoria's Secret
Right?
thing. So that next year you're gonna be like, I'm wearing a thong and like and a beaded necklace and a tiara.
There were 47 models in this year's show, the most ever in its history. Now, joining us now is a man who brings them all to the runway, casting director John Pfeiffer. John, welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
No, I know. I guess the key to being a Victoria's Secret angel is, well, you.
Yes.
Is that true?
Oh, I have so many questions
there's
for
a lot
John.
more than
So
that.
many.
Wait, you have something for us?
Yes, I brought you guys a little something
Oh my
special. And these are for you.
Oh, thank
An angel
you.
gets her wings, and Joe,
Oh my gosh, are you
honorary
kidding me?
angel.
Oh, I love this. Wait, hold on one sec.
There you go.
How does this work? Clearly, I'm not getting the job because I don't
Clearly,
even know
you
how
have
these
no
work.
experience with this.
Well, John, you've never casted me.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
that's good. See, I would have done like a halter thing, but
Okay, John,
that's
so
good. No, that's perfect.
when you're casting a Victoria's Secret angel, I mean, that seems pretty easy. It's like, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're an angel. I mean, what is the art behind that?
I mean, I have to tell you, you're right. Like, they're all gorgeous. They're all beautiful. I think the hardest part for us is always editing and deciding who's going to get in the show. It's always the toughest part. We're kind of spoiled with choice.
How many do you see?
I start out probably seeing between 300 and 400 girls.
You're kidding.
No. And that's all in what we call kind of pre-casting. There's several days of pre-casting that goes on. It's several days of myself and my team. Girls come in, strip down for us.
I was just going to be like, okay, so I'm not going to get creepy, but 400 girls come to see you, and you say, I'm sorry, take your clothes off so you can.
Well, they know they're coming in, and that they're gonna have to
it's
undress.
just
This
like.
It's definitely unlike, it's unlike any other casting that you go to.
Oh, it's the most, oh my God, it's the most petrifying casting ever. I mean, because well, first of all, there's so much preparation goes before the casting. You know, you eat healthy, you work out, then you have to do a spray tan, then, you have to block your hair. You're just like, don't
You have to come runway ready.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really unlike any other casting.
And you have to be on it. You have to have the personality, because you guys are also looking for personality, right?
Absolutely.
The girls who are fun.
And I'm the easy part, to be honest. Like when they're coming in and seeing me in the pre-casting, we're like the friendly faces. We keep it light and jovial. We want the girls to be comfortable. Yeah. And then I edit down. So I edit down from 300 to 400 girls down to just over 100 that I present to Ed and Monica and Sophia, the stylist of the show. And that's the really hard casting. Again, that's the casting that you walk into the room and there is a panel of people, lights and cameras, and it's petrifying. Like, it's a very difficult casting. And you have to be able to capture the room. So you not only have to look good, and this is kind of what the X Factor is all about, you kind of have to have that special something. You have to walk into the room and engage the room.
So what do you need to have?
Honestly, you
Is it like a gut feeling for you guys too?
Yes, it's actually, I often say we try not to bring emotion into it, but there is an emotional reaction to the girls. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that kind of very indefinable X factor, which is, because really, you are all gorgeous. There is no question. Yeah. Like physical specimens of beauty, like we are nitpicking at this level. And we're looking for that something extra. Like you have to project, you have to, if you cannot capture a room with 10 cameras and 20 people, how are you going to capture an auditorium with 1,200 people and 300 cameras?
So that person who has it, what are some of the new names that we should look out for this year?
This year there were 10 girls who were first-timers in the show.
Oh, wow.
There were 10. It's
really?
a lot, right?
Wow.
That is a lot.
Give us a highlight. Give us the highlight name.
I think Iman Hammam was spectacular, and it was her first time. I think Romy Street, and it's funny, there's quite a few Dutch girls also. Romy was amazing. Grace Mahari, it was her first time. And, that's also kind of interesting because, Grace is someone who has had a very successful modeling career for several years now in the pages of American Vogue, on the covers of magazines, many, many runways, and for one reason or another just didn't make it to a Victoria's Secret casting or into the show in previous years. And this was her year, and she was spectacular.
Okay, and then but I have to say, so the one name that has been coming up over and over again, as in, will she or won't she walk Victoria's Secret? Kendall Jenner. But she did not walk Victoria's Secret. How come? Was she ever someone you guys considered to be an angel?
Yes, she was not available to make it for the casting. I understand she was shooting in LA, her TV show. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes girls that you think would be the most obvious choice, if they don't make it in for the casting and to be seen by the group as a whole, it's not that they get overlooked, it's just that the girls who do make it in have an advantage in a way because they are there in front of you and they're at the forefront of your mind.
But can Kendall be an angel in the future?
Kendall's gorgeous and glorious and I adore her.
Ooh, so she might be an angel. She may be able to wear my wings.
She might kick you to the curb and take your wings away from you.
Well, let me ask you about the wings because, I think as we all saw, everyone is so excited about the wings. Yeah. You remember the first time you get your wings. And
wings are a big deal.
They're a huge deal. And at times they're really, really uncomfortable to wear. So, my question is, who wore the heaviest wings this year?
This year there was a pair of wings made by a woman named Killer, who does quite a few of the wings for the last few years now, because there are many different wing makers. And they weighed 40 pounds. It was a pair of blue butterfly wings. And we knew going into it, these are going to be a very difficult pair of wings. Who's going to get these wings? And they went to Isabelle Goulart, and she's a real pro.
Yeah,
and she did it.
And she did it.
Because you're balancing.
She works out so much. She's got, well, first of all, she's got an amazing attitude, but her body is insane. And
Killer.
You could look at her Instagram, and she just works out all the time. So she is a perfect girl who actually has the core muscles to, and
But
the
you're
back
balancing,
muscles
and it really
yeah.
is that. Like, I think people look at it and think like, oh, it's so glamorous, but you're balancing 40 pounds on your back.
And you're wearing
wearing
heels like this.
and
yeah.
everybody's
else.
watching,
Yeah.
and that pressure.
And your, excuse me, tits and ass out.
Yeah. So you have to
Yeah.
look relaxed and gorgeous and
Yeah.
like you're having the best time, and you've got 40 pounds strapped onto you.
Okay, how heavy were those wings that were going to hit Ariana Grande in her head?
Those wings
I'm
were
dying to know.
actually really, really light. They were those wings were amazing because in real life it was like this 3D graffiti moment, and they were spectacular.
They would look like they were ready to slap
But-
her off the runway.
So
But
what
actually-
happened? Did she not see it, or like?
I understand that. Well, I think they didn't get to rehearse everybody all together at the same time on the stage. Like the models had their time to block and rehearse on the stage, and Ariana Grande had a separate time to block and rehearse, and she had all her dancers. And I think they just didn't get one chance to do it all together, and so they didn't take into account that these wings were going to come down.
And she had that one moment.
Yeah.
But you said
It was like that was just like a split second that happened. But it's funny, that was like the image that got captured and sent around the world.
Before you go,
All
we
right.
actually have a little game we want to play with you. So
Okay.
our producers have taken pictures of 2 angels, one from this year and one from the past years, and mixed them together for a game we like to call Fash Up. And no one knows these faces better than you.
Well, let's see.
You know, so we're really putting you to the test.
All right.
But Anne and I will be here to help. And I mean, she probably knows them better than I do too, but are you ready to see how you do?
I'm ready.
All
I
right,
wanna
let's
see
do
these.
it.
Oh my God. I see Tyra and I don't know who the second one is.
Come on, John. What do you think?
Am I close? Can I get a...
Keep guessing. And do you know?
Well, I know it's Tyra. Oh,
I
fuck.
think
I
it's
see
Tyra,
Tyra.
mixed with.
Adriana.
Adriana.
Is it Tyra and Adriana?
It was Tyra and Karlie. All right.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I totally didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
didn't
I
see
didn't
that.
see it either. All right, you go, Karlie girl. Are you ready for the next one?
I see Candace Swanepoel. And I see...
And I see Bad Self Tanner. Clearly.
And
God, it's a little scary.
Is it El
huh?
Gumer? Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. No, hold on. We want
no,
someone
I
from
don't
the
know
past.
whose nose that is.
Heidi. Is that Heidi?
It could be
Oh,
Heidi.
what about
Is it Heidi?
Giselle?
Innocent
Is it
Heidi.
Giselle? Is it Giselle's nose? Yeah.
It was Giselle and Candace. You're good.
Oh. Clearly, I'm not the one that's
Right.
needs some needs some brushing up. All right.
That's definitely Heidi.
I think it's Heidi.
And Adriana.
Heidi
Yes.
and Adriana.
Yes! Yay! Is there another one?
Okay.
Alessandra.
Alessandra, for sure.
Yes.
And
Carolina?
Is it Carolina? Oh my!
you're so good.
Wow.
Hair. I
Oh
saw
my
the hair.
gosh.
That was fun.
John, someone is up for your job. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us, John.
Pleasure.
John.
Thanks for having
I know,
me.
and thank you for our
Thank
wings.
you for our wings. Yeah.
Enjoy them.
Oh, we'll be taking off right after those. So one of the stars of this year's show is Karlie Kloss, a 22-year-old American model who's walked in the show since 2011. But before this year's runway, Nick Axelrod caught up with her and challenged her to look herself up online for a segment we like to call I Yahoo'd Myself.
I like live under a rock, but it's not that big, my rock.
Oh my gosh, what did we find?
The internet was really into you going to Harvard.
Is that right? The internet likes that?
Karlie Kloss
It's good to
Harvard
know.
is a very high
Well, I
search
enjoyed
result.
it too. I like to keep it interesting, you know. I like to diversify my interests.
You're like James Franco, taking
Yeah?
taking classes at Harvard.
Did you
So
do that? I
he took
prefer
classes at
Natalie
Yale.
Portman.
Your haircut, Karlie Kloss's haircut. The next Rachel.
Stop it.
You were, and
No.
Rachel is like the most famous haircut in
Of
the
course, come
modern
on.
culture.
I cut my hair for a photo shoot the day before the Victoria's Secret show. And I kind of didn't tell anyone I was gonna do it, but you can't hide it. I walked backstage and instantly it was like news. It's still, you know,
Still news.
there you go,
It's
you
like
found
your biggest
it.
search result. This is also one of my favorite things ever recently. This became like a meme on the internet, which is it's you leaving Reformation, the clothing store in New York, and there's a young lady in front of you who thinks that she's being snapped by the
I
paparazzi.
think I photobombed her is actually what happened here. So whoever this girl is, I apologize.
This is a picture where you're wearing actually the same top.
Oh, you just outed me.
Very
You
down
just
to
outed
earth.
me
You're
right now.
You're repeating outfits, which I like.
You can't do a girl like that. You can't throw me under the bus like that.
It's you and T Swift at the Knicks game.
It's a great shirt. That's
It is
why
a
you
good
had
shirt.
It's worth two.
It's comfortable, I
It's
assume.
comfortable.
Breathable.
It's very, like, you know, sophisticated, conservative.
How did you meet T Swift?
At Victoria's Secret,
When she played?
backstage at the show last year.
And how is she as a BFF? Do you guys bake cookies for each other?
She's a great cook. I'm more the baker. She's a great cook.
Who does the dishes?
She does.
I eat a cookie before a workout, says Karlie Kloss. Do you eat cookies before you work out? How many do you have a day?
I'm not telling.
Do you have a cookie problem?
I am a cookie monster, actually. I should have been that for Halloween. I have a half-eaten cookie in my bag right now.
Can I have it?
Now, how can she be a cookie monster with a figure like that? I mean, have you tried her cookies?
I actually never have.
Oh my God, they're so good.
I never had. I keep on hearing about them. I actually never tried it.
They're so good. They come individually packaged too, so I throw them in my bag sometimes and sneak a bite every now and then. Yeah, because it's kind of like, if you can have a cookie be a meal, it's kind of a meal because it's a giant gluten-free Karlie's cookie.
Oh, is it actually gluten-free?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
It's a good cookie.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I gotta watch my figure. And,
Now, not everyone thinks that models can survive on a diet of kale, water, and cigarettes before a big show, but apparently that's not the case. When Nick Axelrod went backstage with the Angels, he asked them about their pre-show diets, and wait until you hear the truth.
Now everyone says like the key is water and like drinking a lot of water, eating almonds, but is that really the key to getting in Victoria's Secret fashion show shape?
You know what, the thing is we work the whole year long. So it's not like suddenly we're gonna be like super healthy and we're not then the other 8 months.
Have you done anything crazy like crash dieting before the show, or is that not how it works?
That's definitely not for me.
Really?
Certainly not. No, because well, then it's not like a lifestyle you can maintain afterwards.
Right. I just saw you sneak a bite of a cookie from your bag.
Of course. You want a bite?
Can I have a bite?
Yeah.
You promised me one last time and I just didn't get it.
Get up on in that.
She's literally, she
Like
talks
nibbling.
the talk and she walks the walk. She's eating a Karlie's cookie right before the show. Gluten-free, dairy-free.
Gotta, you know, have good energy.
There's no crash dieting. There's no just green juice.
No.
I need the energy.
I just had they had like bacon rolls and I had like 2 of them.
We had a big breakfast actually.
Really?
Everyone.
Everyone is eating. But I guess it's because I'm British. I don't know. I got so excited when I saw the bacon.
I feel like sugar is actually the worst.
So you cut out all the sugar.
Like not all of it, but I try to cut out as much as I can because sugar is actually really bad for the skin.
See, that's just crazy talk to me. Like, how are you not going to have sugar? But again, I mean, people, you know, people take it serious.
Yeah.
I do as well, but not that extreme.
Is there one food that you've been relying on?
I don't eat meat, so I rely heavily on legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas.
So do you have a cheat meal that you have planned for after the show? You get off stage, do you have like a piece of pie or cake waiting?
No, I have champagne waiting.
Champagne, there you go.
Because I cut off on the alcohol for a month. So
You've
that's
been off
my...
alcohol for a month to prepare for this show?
Yes, can you imagine French girl, no wine, no dinner, not even a glass.
I've invited Yahoo Health's editor-in-chief, Michelle Promaleko, to give us her take and insight on the Angels' diet. Now, Michelle, since you're here on set with Jay-Z and Ann V, we're going to be calling you Michelle P from now on, all right?
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Okay, good. Now, I see you might have a game for us, and now you know we love a game.
We do.
But before you tell us what it is, what is the realistic way for those of us who aren't angels to get our figures runway ready through diet?
Lean protein, healthy fats, whole grains, and a lot of activity.
Ooh, it sounds easier than it is, though. Is it hard?
It's really not that hard. But
Really?
it's hard to be disciplined sometimes in the face of temptation.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just really eat healthy eating. We don't
Focus.
It's not about cutting anything out.
Well, you have to cut some things out.
Okay.
You don't want to eat a ton of sugar, but it's really about being focused and planning ahead. That's it. If something good's there, you're going to eat that. If not, you're going to reach for something bad.
Okay. So no
And I
fad
hate
diets.
to call things good and bad because that already puts you in the wrong mind frame. You want to make healthy choices because it makes you feel good.
Okay. Juicing, yes or no?
Not a huge fan of
no.
juicing.
I'm not either, really.
I think as a snack.
I like a juice, but I don't think, but not as a meal replacement.
So to Anne's point, supplementally, I think juicing's great. It gets a lot of vitamins in at once, but not as a food replacement.
Okay.
It's not enough. It's not gonna, satisfy you, and chances are you're gonna eat those drink those calories, and then eat more calories.
Because the problem usually with juicing, what people do is they don't actually gradually go from juicing to normal food. They go to a juice diet for a week, and then they start eating burgers and think that the body's gonna stay the same, and they actually put on a lot of weight.
Right.
Because there's actually a rule, right?
Right, and you can accomplish the same things by eating clean food. So why not go for the food?
Okay, so you know what? Let's play a game.
All right, let's play a game.
You know I want to eat, so you don't have to convince me. Let's play a game. Okay, so what's a game?
So I'm going to talk about the foods that the models eat before the show. You're going to guess which model I'm talking about.
Oh, wait, girls really eat this?
They do.
Really?
Can you
Okay.
believe it? Shocking.
I am shocked. Okay, so we're choosing between Alessandra, Adriana, Candace, Karlie, or Bahati.
Okay,
All right.
ready?
Yes.
All right, number one, this model said she picks at her kids' dinners before she sits down to eat her own. Who is it?
So it's between those two because those are moms.
Who
Those
do
are
you
the only
think
moms.
it is?
Those are only moms.
Right, well, there's the giveaway, right? Okay.
All
Who
right,
is
well,
it?
I've sat down with Alessandra before, so I'm going to have to say her.
You guys are right, out of the gate.
Really?
Really?
Thing.
Yeah.
It's Alessandra. Now, it's super tempting to pick off your kid's plate, but nutritionists say it's a really bad idea. In fact, one study said that moms can gain as much as 20 pounds a year by doing that.
You're kidding.
No, it's called leftover calories. Now, if you're just eating off your kid's plate and not eating your own food, maybe that's how the models do it. But for real people,
I don't know. I'm sorry, but not before Victoria's Secret. I mean,
no,
wow.
not okay. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
But Alessandra gets away with it.
Well, yes, she does. Look at her.
Look at her.
And I don't have
Right.
kids, so I don't have to worry right now.
Okay. All right. Second one. This model grew up eating healthfully, but says she loves pizza, pasta, and LA's famous In-N-Out burgers.
Oh.
She eats all of that stuff, but never the whole thing, just some of it. Who is it?
I'm going with Karlie. Ooh, Candace. I'm going to go with Karlie.
Joe, you're not right.
Oh!
It's Bahati. You're both wrong
Wow.
this time. So there's actually something to this method. So portion control is critical to weight maintenance. So we're going to say that that's a really good thing that Bahati does.
Okay. All right.
There's actually this diet, you're not going to believe this one, called Just Eat Half of It diet. Swear to just
We eat half of
it.
everything.
Well, right, exactly. But half of a large pizza isn't a great idea.
Yeah.
But half of something sort of helpful.
Half of a regular regular
Right.
portion, you mean?
Right, and here's another tip. When you go to a restaurant, when you order your meal, order a takeout container at the same time. As soon as the meal comes, put half of it in the
That's really
container,
smart.
and then portion control automatically.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a really
but
good
for
idea.
example, for me, I work out so much that I actually, like, my body is built that I
You're
need a
fueling
big
yourself.
portion.
Yeah. So you have to make that individual judgment because you're burning the calories and you're offsetting it with exercise.
But
So
that's good
for
to
you.
know. But that's good to know. That's a great
Good tip.
rule.
All right. Next one. One of the girls swears by eating an egg white omelet doused with hot sauce. Who is it?
Well, I'm going to say Adriana. Because she's got
And?
that spicy Latin quality about her.
I can see why. I can see why you guess that. It's actually Karlie, our cookie queen. Can you believe it?
wow.
So it's true that the capsaicin in hot sauce revs your metabolism, but it's certainly, you can't just douse some hot sauce on your food and expect it to do all the work. That's just not gonna happen. So there's a little bit of science here, but it's definitely not enough to get you in supermodel shape. Maybe she's like, her mouth's on fire, she's gulping water, or she's filling up from the water. That could do it. I don't know.
Or maybe she's 22.
Or maybe that. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. This model eats a well-balanced diet most of the time, but in the run-up to the show, she adopts a no solids rule. She survives on protein shakes and ups her workouts to twice a day. Then she stops drinking water 24 hours before the show, claiming, quote, sometimes you can lose up to 8 pounds just from that.
Is that true? Okay, I'm saying Candace, but you're
It's
saying
Adriana.
Adriana.
It's
You knew that though.
I
How
know
did you know that?
Because she always looks so amazing, and every single time before a Victoria's Secret show, I'm like, I gotta see what Adriana is doing, because, you know, she drops baby weight so quickly, and
But
she looks amazing.
I have to say, I can't sanction the not drinking any water 24 hours before the show, because when you're dehydrated, you're unfocused, you're unbalanced, and you certainly don't want to be those things when you're teetering down the runway in high heels.
Well, and especially she boxes so much, so
Right,
it
so she works
must be
out
so
a lot.
hard.
Right, and fluid pushes fluid. So when you drink water, it pushes water out of your system. So I don't know. It
So you
works
would
for
say
her,
drink a
clearly.
lot of
I would
water.
say
I
drink
think,
a lot of water.
that's
Hydrate
key.
more.
But
Right.
everybody says that's really the key, to drink a lot of water.
Exactly. Water pushes water out of your system.
That's a great thing to know. Okay, well, anyways.
All right.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.
So fun and really useful, and I'm starving now.
I know, me too.
But anyways, now we're going back to Nick Axelrod, who caught up with the Angels, Adriana Lima, and Doutzen Cruz for another round of I Yahoo'd Myself.
We're gonna type your names into Yahoo.
Oh!
Right?
Holy Am I allowed to shake in Yahoo?
Type it in. We teach you how to pronounce 12 top models' tough names. So your name is on here.
No, her name is easy to pronounce.
Okay, but Ray,
I have
there's
the
a
worst
video.
accent of all, and then I
Okay.
can pronounce that. So if I can pronounce her name, come on, I really.
When they don't know, I say no doubt son. You know,
Oh.
like no doubt son.
Yeah. So you both have awesome Instagrams.
God, I love that
This is crazy. I've
It
never
feels
seen
great.
someone sweat so much.
Well,
She
it's
really does.
that you know, if you work out and you don't sweat, for me, I don't call it a workout.
Oh my God, I must never
Really?
work out.
Me too.
Really? What do you mean?
No, because
you
I
do it as
No,
well.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
now I've been doing ballet. It's a different thing. We both love the boxing workout.
Yeah, you guys wear sports bras now too, right? So what's more comfortable, a sports bra or a regular bra?
sports bra. Look, I have one right now here.
Sports bra is very comfortable. You know, it just keeps everything in place.
You guys have worn some pretty interesting things. So what have been some of your favorites?
The poodle.
That's my favorite.
The poodle.
Really cute.
That was my favorite show,
Yeah.
2012. That was the best year of my life.
Okay. 6 weeks after giving birth, you guys are both
You did
on
it.
the, what, Victoria's Secret?
She was on the runway 6 weeks after.
How long since you?
3 months now.
So do you guys feel different on the runway, like after you've had a baby than before?
Oh yeah, I feel so empowered.
Why is that?
Because I pushed 2 babies out of it.
When I type your name into Tumblr,
Oh my God, the jump rope. The Michael Olajide jump rope.
Okay.
Where do you find these things?
right?
Now, both of these women and the 45 others who walk with them in the show train like Olympic athletes for this. Here's Nick Axelrod again backstage with the inside scoop on how the girls train to get runway ready.
I'm telling you, every year they get more and more beautiful.
Yeah.
They're making it harder for me to keep up with them.
What about working out? Any specific exercises, abs?
So I work out a lot. I run, I play volleyball, I swim, I box now because box is the best fitness one.
Last year, when Cara was doing the show, me and her didn't do anything, but we were just like watching the girls, like watching Candice walk by and be like, oh my God, why can't we have our arse? And they're like, oh, maybe because we don't work out. So this year I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something.
I saw Instagrams of a lot of the models were working out last night at midnight. Karlie posted a picture of herself on some kettlebells.
Did she? I didn't see it.
It made me feel like I should be working out, but did you?
Thank
do
God I
anything?
hadn't seen because I felt so bad right now.
This morning, I'm sure the gym was full too.
Really? So you're working out at midnight last night? Which I've told all the other angels and they've been feeling they're like, well, we didn't get time to work out, but you made time.
You gotta make time, you know what? There's no time to waste. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I used to do a lot of group classes because I find them very motivating. I'm very
Like Soul Cycle.
like Soul Cycle, like SLT, Barry's Bootcamp. I tried it almost all of them. Yeah, I love Pilates. Yeah.
Do you do it in New York? Do you
I'm
live
doing
in
it in New York, yes.
How
3
often
times
do you-
a week.
2 times a week?
3 times.
Did you bring any of like the Pilates balls?
No,
or
but
the
I have that
hoops?
tape. How do you call? I don't know.
Like a
you
band?
put in here,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
and
you
then you
have
can.
to- And what does that help? So is it's good for legs?
It's good
kind
for,
of?
you know.
Your butt.
I have a phobia of white girls' ass.
So what do you do to combat white girls?
Lunges, all sorts of lunges.
It's this fitness regime called Barracore. So it's yoga and ballet and Pilates and cardio all rolled up in one.
I worked out a little bit during pregnancy and also a lot after. And but not right away. I wanted to let my body, just because it's a lot. Giving birth.
So I hear.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I let it just, I let it be for a little bit, for 6 weeks at least. So, you can't work out the muscles too soon. And then I started working out with Mary Helen Bowers from Ballet Beautiful.
Okay.
And that's how I got back.
You heard the ladies mention Mary Helen Bowers. Now, she's a professional ballerina and the founder of Ballet Beautiful, the program many of the angels use to train, and she is here with us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Woo.
Thanks for having
I'm so excited. Well, we heard that Candace said she trains with you before the
Yes.
show, or maybe even all year round.
Yeah, I'm working with a lot of the angels. I work with Lily, with Dalton, Alessandra, Candace, Karlie.
How intensive is it? I think, when you think about these angels, they look beautiful, but they put a lot of work into their exercise.
So much work. They're training like athletes. They're training all year long, but leading up to the show, we really go into like the crunch time. So we're going from 3 or 4 days a week to 5 days, 6 days. An hour stretches into an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half, and then that last week, it's like 2 hours a day.
Wait, Anne, did you ever train with
No,
Mary Helen?
Not yet.
But I've heard so much. I mean, Lily is a dear friend of mine, and she just raves about you. And I'm so excited to finally actually meet you. But I have some questions, like, before the show, like, what are the girls usually, like, what do they target? Like, what areas do they kind of want to work on the most?
I think the biggest thing is the legs, the butt, and the abs. Because, by the time the show rolls around, their arms are already in great shape. We're working on their posture a little bit. Those wings are pretty heavy, believe it or not. But mainly we're focusing on legs, butt, and abs. So that's what's really on display up there.
And they do good. I mean, I think when you talk to them, they work really hard.
So hard. They're training like athletes.
Okay, so
Putting in all the work.
make us angels.
That's right. Okay. So
Are you going to do it?
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, we're gonna put
Well,
it
she's already an alumni of being an angel. So like, I'm the only one here.
It's true.
I mean,
There's hope. Don't worry.
okay,
Okay, but first we have to get you dressed
I am dressed.
in tutus.
Are you kidding?
Ballet style. Ballet Beautiful style.
Are you kidding? Wait, you train everybody in tutus?
Well, sometimes.
All right, okay.
Okay, Joe, I think this one's for you. Blue.
Oh, I love blue.
I heard pink for Anne.
Thank you.
Yes, you can just step in.
I would never say no to a tutu.
Ooh.
Good. Yeah, and then I'll help you with the waist. That looks beautiful.
It probably doesn't
You're
fit around my
halfway
fat
there.
waist. But I'm here. Oh!
I mean,
do you feel
don't
beautiful?
you feel more graceful already?
Oh!
We just need one of some of those swings.
I feel like a music
from
video.
John.
You got it.
I feel like a Nirvana music video.
Oh,
look,
sorry.
pink is
Thank
really cute
you.
on you.
I know, it's so pretty. Angelic.
I really feel pretty already.
See, that's the idea.
I already feel pretty.
See?
Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm thinking let's work on the butt and the
Okay.
legs, right?
Okay.
So I want to start with our
I love a
ballerina
booty
lunge.
exercise. All
I've
right.
heard.
Okay.
We're gonna start. Let's take the you guys take the right foot front.
Okay.
So you're on the same leg. You're gonna bend the front knee, pull in tight through the stomach, open. Beautiful. I'm impressed. Open through the chest, right neck long like a swan. Extend the left arm forward.
Left.
Perfect. We're gonna pulse down and just bend down, and back knee is straight. You're pulling in with the stomach. Good. You feel that starting to burn through the thigh.
Oh, yeah.
The butt, it's coming. Good. Good. Nice little pulse here. Hold it
Joe
down.
looks like he's a
Stretch out
horse.
long.
Oh my
Stretch
God,
the
one of
arms
those
all the
blonde
way. Extend, extend. Bend that front knee. Bend. Good, good, good. Hold here. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Hold down. We're going to do a little arabesque lift. So you're going to bend and lift the back leg up.
Okay.
Don't arch the back. No, like angel arching here for this exercise. Bend and stretch. Stretch the front knee. Bend both knees.
Oh, both.
Stretch up. Good. Beautiful. 2. Let's do a set of 8.
It's like Yahoo!
3. Woohoo! Yahoo!
Yahoo!
4. Good. 5. 6. Down and up. 7. Good. 8. Okay, now we're gonna come all the way down.
My ass is on
Touch
fire.
the floor. Bend the front knee. Bend, bend, bend. And then stretch front. Good.
Oh, other one.
Bend down and lift up.
Woo!
So this is working the thigh, the butt. the stomach. You're really targeting your core with this exercise. How is that? Great.
My
That looks so
ass is on
pretty.
fire.
Good.
I can't even talk. This is why middle-aged men are not angels.
Well, it's getting your heart rate up. Good. Last one. And then let's just finish with a few little plies here, like a little curtsy.
My skirt is falling.
Down. 2, 3. Keep bending.
I'm losing my skirt.
4.
Now I'm all confused. What arm up? This arm.
Left.
Left.
And just bend down. 2. Good. 3.
Yeah, bending down I can
4.
do.
5. Good. 6. 7. And just stretch and lift. All right. Well done. Ta-da.
That's it.
You're halfway there.
This is so fun.
I think I'm ready for the
How do you feel
runway.
that your heart rate's up? You feel
Your
like
heart rate,
toned,
yeah.
lifted, energized.
You're a little bit out of breath, and actually your booty's feeling tight.
Yes, it's higher
Is your
already.
booty feeling tight?
Oh, everything is tight. Girls, I think you guys made me an angel. And you worked on Black Swan too.
I did.
So, you know what? I got to come down to your class. I know I keep saying
I
it.
know, we're doing it. It's a date.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Helen. Well, now we spoke with another one of your clients. In fact, she'll be wearing one of the two $2 million bras that we see in tonight's show. Here's Alessandra Ambrosio playing I Yahoo'd myself with me. You ever go online to go to Yahoo or something and just say, I'm going to type my name and see what they say?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah, at least once a week.
Okay, so the first thing that comes up is, look at this. Alessandra
She's
Ambrosio
no angel.
strips down naked, wearing just a men's tie around her neck. You were doing 50 Shades of Grey before 50 Shades of Grey. Do you think that's been retouched?
I don't know, but I
What do you
can see
think?
little wrong things that I would retouch if I could.
Wait, you would actually retouch this picture now? Wait, what would you retouch on this picture? Come on, we all see
No,
different
because then the
things.
photographer's gonna be pissed with me.
Now look at that body. That body is to die for. I mean, you have one of the sickest bodies in this business.
Thank you.
What do you do every single day? I mean, I'm sure everyone out there would be like, what does she eat to look like this?
Well, I try to be healthy. I was just eating carrots just now before I got here. I grew up in Brazil drinking coconut water. I never drank soda in my life, hate sodas.
How about wine, vodka?
Love wine, yeah.
Oh,
like
okay, all right.
one glass a day, every night, or 2 sometimes, it's fine. Come on.
So I love this website. It says her figure is a classic example of the so-called banana body type.
What is that?
It means you have small breasts and hips, but a perfectly flat belly, even after 2 kids.
All right, okay.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
You just had a fitting
Uh-huh.
for the new Victoria's Secret Fantasy Bra.
Yes.
$2 million?
$2 million each.
Does it come with a security guard?
I won't say.
Oh. What is $2 million against your skin like? I have no,
Well,
I can't
first,
even
it's
begin.
cold, and then it feels wonderful.
You also pose pregnant. Do you think that was hard for you to do, or was it easy for you to do? Can someone?
Easy.
Why?
It's easier. Yeah, it's much easier to do a nude picture when you're pregnant because you don't have to, you know, like all the little crease right here, the little.
It's all stretched out.
It's all stretched out. You know, you want to be big.
Okay, and then the last thing is social media. We had dinner together once. You took a
We
selfie,
did, yeah.
and you posted it. I got 2,000 followers
wow.
while we were sitting at dinner. Let's take a selfie.
Yes, let's do it.
Those women train all year for the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and you're about to see the results of all of their hard work. But we've trained, well, literally minutes for this show. But I still think we've earned our celebratory champagne. I mean, don't you, Anne?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I get to share this stage tonight with a former angel, so
Aw,
thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And thank you guys for joining us. And we'll see you after the show. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yahoo!